모아지게 황무지인 배달부인 당신은 어느 날 이상한 라디오를 듣게 됩니다. 그 내용은 시에라 마드레 카지노라는 카지노가 개업을 한다는 홍보 소식이었습니다. 핵전쟁이 발발한 지 200년도 더 지난 지금 부족할 수밖에 없는 인류의 기술력으로 카지노를 개업한다는 기묘한 내용의 방송 내용이었죠. 이에 어떻게 된 건지 알아보고자 했던 당신은 주파수를 추적, 곧 라디오 가신지를 찾아냅니다. 라디오 주파수는 이 알 수 없는 벌어진 브라더후드 오브 스틸의 벙커로 이어져 있었습니다. 어째서 브라더후드 오브 스틸의 벙커에서 카지노 개업에 대한 방송이 나오고 있었던 걸까요? 그 의문을 풀고자 당신은 그 벙커로 들어가게 됩니다. 이곳엔 거의 폐허랑 다를 게 없는 자네들과 한 목이 터져 있는 알 수 없는 시체 한 구를 보게 됩니다. 그때 카지노와 전혀 어울리지 않는 벙커 안에서 하나의 라디오가 당신의 눈에 들어오게 됩니다. 이 라디오에서는 배달부가 방금 들었던 기묘한 방송이 계속 반복되고 있었습니다. 이에 라디오를 확인하고자 당신은 가까이 접근하게 됩니다.
You've heard of the Sierra Madre Casino. We all have. The legend, the curses, foolishness about it lying in the middle of the city of the dead, buried beneath a blood-red cloud, a bright, shining monument luring treasure hunters to their doom. The world's most famous stars and entertainers were invited to its grand opening. An invitation was a sign of exclusiveness. The opening was supposed to symbolize a road to a brighter future, not just for the world, but for all who came to its doors. A chance for anyone to begin again. Except the Sierra Madre never opened. The war froze it in time, like a big flashbulb going off. The grand opening, one big ending of humanity. It's still out there, in the wastes, preserved, just waiting for someone to crack it open. But getting to it, that's not the hard part. It's letting go. Are you listening? Good. From now on, when I talk, listen and follow my instructions. Play stupid, play clever. Make the mistake of saying no. That collar on your neck will go off and take your head with it. It's like that Pit Boy on your wrist, except filled with explosives. A little radio of the old world. Just needed some tuning. Do what I say, and the collar will go off. Refuse, try and run, disobey me, I'll kill you and find someone else. There's no escape from here until I let you go. The sooner you accept your situation, the better. That structure you see above the fountain, the Sierra Madre Casino, you need to break inside. Heist. Too many years in the making. But to get inside, avoid its traps, you'll need to gather a team. As I found, one cannot do it alone. Around the villa are 3 other callers like yours. Caller 8, 12, and 14. Find all 3 and get them here to the fountain. Then we'll talk more. And should you get any ideas about killing each other and taking the treasure of the Sierra Madre for yourself, a warning. All your callers are linked. One of you dies, you all die. If that's what it takes to make you cooperate, so be it. Because in some respects, breaking into the Sierra Madre is easier than breaking human instinct. greed. The villa is filled with corpses. Some killed by the dangers here, some by me. Others turned on each other. Once they realized the Sierra Madre could be theirs, they cared nothing for their freedom, their survival, or each other. The ones brought here live on only in what they've left behind. Their marks, graffiti on the walls, and victims they've killed. Some tried to help, left supplies and healing for others who came. Their reward? They were tracked down, killed by others with baser instincts. Some of these murderers went as far as to leave traps behind them, turning markers for help into death traps for anyone following them. It killed some of them when they forgot where the traps were, or when they desperately needed the assistance they had cut others off from. The Sierra Madre has many defenses, means of screening guests for illicit or dangerous items. Your arrival here, weaponless, was not my intention. The casino, this villa, it takes anything with even a trace of radioactivity, traces of unknown substances, and returns it home, the bunker. The process is automated and the casino itself has other similar services. I was unable to find a workaround except to send others in as tools. Still, I have not left you defenseless, and the Sierra Madre's security, in some respects, can help you if you are resourceful enough. This place is well preserved. Few who came here ever returned. All the treasures of the old world lie scattered about, virtually untouched. Search, hunt, craft what you can from what you find. The trash of the pre-war era can keep you alive. Food, knives, more. Use them. Even the villa's toxins and the residue it leaves behind can be shaped into tools and weapons. Gather it as well. Also, there is one more thing in your possession. A rifle that will keep you alive, as surely as the caller will. It is a hollow rifle, a weapon I constructed when I arrived. I have since made superior models and modifications. For now, that too will have to do until you find other weapons, and I suggest you do. The hollow rifle's ammo is limited. Still, it should serve well enough. I fashioned it from the holograms of the villa and used it against the villa's living inhabitants. It is the cloud that surrounds the villa. It shouldn't prove lethal in the time you were here. Prolonged exposure would be hazardous, however. Fall asleep, and you will not wake up. The air here is lethal only if you enter concentrated pockets of the cloud. Too long inside one, you'll die, so be careful where you step. I've seen some survive concentration of the cloud for short periods of time, if healthy enough. Others were too weak. Rebreathers, chemical suits, there is no protection against it. It decays all it touches. I found fighting it useless. I've downloaded the instructions and markers on your Pip-Boy, in case you forget. And yes, I have access to that device on your wrist. Get the other three here after that. I'll have more instructions for you. Do this, I'll let you go. I'll let all of you go. Yes. Caller 8, the FEV reject, the super mutant. He's docile, predictable, and provided he's not starving, should be easy to command. I lost contact with him some time ago. Probably after he dragged you here from the trap. Find him. He'll follow you, caller or no. One is a trusted ally. Obedient, caller or no, although the caller helps. The other two, well, We'll have to see what the trap's caught. Good. If necessary, I will guide you through the villa's broadcast systems. If you get lost, return here, and I'll direct you. I've downloaded instructions on an audio log to your Pip-Boy in case you can't read. If you forget why you're here, let my voice remind you.
어느 가스로 인해 정신을 잃어버린 당신은 눈을 떠보니 전혀 처음 보는 곳에서 눈을 떴고 자신에게 폭탄을 채운 엘라이자라는 자에 의해 그의 뜻대로 행동하지 않으시 폭탄 목걸이를 터뜨리겠다는 협박을 받습니다. 가지고 있던 모든 장비는 사라지고 홀로 라이플이라는 에어리 총과 얇은 천 옷 하나밖에 없었습니다. 엘라이자는 배달부에게 정보를 주었는데 요약하자면 이랬습니다. 첫째, 목에 걸린 폭탄 목걸이는 이제 모집해야 할 동료 3명에도 착용되어 있으며 폭탄 목걸이가 하나라도 터지면 다 터진다. 둘째, 생존을 위해선 칩을 수집하듯 재료를 수집하듯 자체 제작을 해서 살아남아야 한다. 셋째, 이곳엔 독성 구름이 있다. 그곳에선 오래 버틸 수 없고 곧 사망한다. 넷째, 이곳엔 굉장히 많은 함정들이 있다. 우선 당신은 저기 멀리 보이는 카지노를 향해 걸어가 보기로 합니다. 그러나 엘라이자는 이 정문은 잠겨 있다고 전하며 자신이 말하는 대로 해야 열린다고 합니다. 이때 엘라이자는 빌라의 주민들은 사지를 가르지 않으면 죽지 않는다라는 내용 전해줍니다. 이게 무슨 뜻일까 살짝 난해했지만 당신은 우선 엘라이자의 조언대로 확인 사살을 암기했습니다. 이때 눈앞에 보이는 엘라이자가 언급한 빌라의 주민이 보이고 당신은 본능적으로 그를 사살하게 됩니다. 우선 당신은 엘라이자의 조언대로 확인 사살을 해야만 했습니다. 유령인간. 그들은 과거 핵전쟁이 일어나기 전 시에라 마드레 카지노의 건설 인부였습니다. 그러나 이 주변에 퍼져있는 독성 구름의 잠식, 곧 변이가 일어나 인간에서 괴물로 변해버린 자들이었습니다. 엘라이자가 전해주는 또 하나의 반갑지 않은 소식. 그 내용은 라디오 주파수가 폭탄 목걸이에 영향을 줘 라디오 주파수가 기폭장치가 되어버릴 수 있다는 것. 그렇기에 주변의 라디오를 부숴버리지 않으면 자신의 목에 걸린 폭탄 목걸이가 터진다는 뜻이었죠. 엘라이자의 경고를 인지했던 배달부는 눈앞에 보이는 라디오를 부수며 전진했습니다. 그러나 어찌된 영문인지 이 도심엔 수많은 라디오가 송출 중이었으며 그것은 곧 자신의 목숨을 위협했죠. 마침내 핏보이의 인도에 따라 지하에 도착한 당신. 그때 어느 정체를 알 수 없는 남자의 목소리가 들리기 시작했고
Down to where I am. Maybe you saw the letters I scratched on the villa walls. A little farther. Follow my voice. That's it. The one in the cage? Dog. I had to lock him up. He keeps disobeying me. That's me there on the table. The disc.
그는 자신의 목소리가 녹음된 음성 파일을 가지고 1층에 있는 슈퍼무턴트 로브에게 데려라고 합니다.
If so, can't let you let dog out. No, not yet. If you're who I think you...
이곳의 감옥문은 굳게 잠겨 있었으므로 목소리의 지시를 따라 이 슈퍼무턴트에게 음성 파일을 재생시켜야만 했습니다.
Dog, back in the cage.
What have we here? You weren't who I was expecting. I'm disappointed. Still, even if you aren't my intended guest, you take direction. Good. You can't have been an idiot to figure out how to release me from my cage. Or perhaps you are, with that leash on your arm. and the one around your neck. With our collars and manacles, why, we may as well be kin. I'm the voice of reason. I sleep sometimes, down in the basement, in the cage. Now that I'm awake, Dog goes back in the cage. Dog knows I'm here, but can't do anything about it. I'm his conscience. Keep him tame, keep him from hurting us, doing foolish things. I've been trapped in here for some time. Then you come along and let me out. So, you opened my cage for a reason. Now, I want to know why. That's the easy explanation. The one humans use. Pre-war technology. As if it's the cause of all ills, mind and body. I needed to come out of the cage to protect Dog. From clever humans. Like you. Do you see these wounds of his, covering his skin? The bear trap on his arm. He placed his own hand in it. The name he carved in his chest. To remind him of who he is, he inflicts pain on himself to silence me, when all I try to do... He cuts, hurts, and tries to murder me out of him. He won't succeed, just makes me angrier. Dog is the beast. We simply change cages, like the ones here. It's close. Closer than I'd like. Dog's been into things, needs to think before he eats, chew before he swallows. He's eager that way. Now the collar's a part of me. Inside. I can feel its electronic heartbeat, clicking and burning down below. Like before. It was cold and heavy before going in the cage. Now you're here, and it's pulling and kicking again, tugging like a leash. Interesting. Really? Yet it led you here, to me. And now you're here, and it's burning a hole in my guts. Maybe it's crying for its owner. They detach. When segmented, they look like nothing more than metallic rad scorpions. And if they're attached to neck flesh, warm, red... Dog doesn't care what's on the body he's crushing in his hands. He'll mangle it, twist it, make it fit until he's full. Dog can't help himself. Hungry, greedy. And now the collar's inside, alive again. And we're trapped here until it goes cold. No. No, I don't think so. Even in here, I have more control than you do. I'm not leaving until the one who controls the collar shows. Not his voice, not his hand, not his lackey. Him. And when he comes to see me, we'll settle things. So go on. Go back to your master. Tell him I'm waiting for him. Dog may follow him. I won't. Then I still win. I'd rather die in this cell than have Dog follow him any longer. Follow his orders, his commands, desperate for recognition. The old man, he has the need to hold on, to the past, to the Madre. I'd rather be free. Let go of this shell than have it cage me any longer. They all wanted their freedom at first. Then, they realized they could get inside the Sierra Madre. After that, their freedom wasn't important anymore. They couldn't let go. just like the old man. So you say you want your freedom? No. Even if you feel that way, it won't last. You'll forget, get greed blind, and you'll turn. Dog? You're not talking to him now, are you? No. Even if you could drag Dog out of his cage, you still couldn't get him out of this cage. I put him here for a reason. If he could have escaped, he would have. So here he stays. Of course you can't. This cage is locked tight. From you and the old man. The key? Why, it's the old man. The one who brought us here. I hid the key on me so Dog wouldn't know. I just need the old man to show up, so he and I can talk. If Dog was in control when the old man appeared, well, he would just do whatever he commanded, as always. And I can't have that. Dog obeys, yes. Why? Do you have some means of contacting the old man? You don't play it. If you do, I'll find a way to get out of the cage. End you. I'll murder you, crush your arms and legs until... No, you wouldn't. If you did, you won't escape this place alive. I'd shatter every one of your limbs to splinters and leave you here. You think I'm afraid of your collar exploding, killing us? No. I'll leave you breathing, then keep walking until my collar goes cold. I'll prop your broken body in view of the Sierra Madre so you can see what you came to steal, forever out of reach as you die. Prove it. How? Words are worthless. No. No, you're not. Even though Dog's more docile, easier to control. You may regret this. This place is where creatures like Dog can survive. The people that fill its streets. He is as vicious, more vicious than them. His hunger can help you more than I can. When I am in control, the shell is difficult to fight in. I am not sure you belong here. No, you don't belong here. Yet, you came this far, and I'm not interested in remaining here any longer. I'll unlock the cage. Very well. Lead on.
슈퍼뮤턴트 도그. 그는 자신 안에 두 개의 인격이 있었습니다. 무식하고 본능으로만 행동하는 하나의 인격, 복. 다른 하나는 이성적이자 그의 양심과도 같은 다른 인격의 갓. 두 개의 인격, 하나의 몸. 그 둘은 너무나도 다른 인격이었으나 원한다면 당신의 마음대로 두 개의 인격 중 하나를 선택해서 같이 동행을 할 수가 있었죠. 그러나 당신은 이 위험하고 알 수 없는 정보투성인 곳에서 도구의 인격보다는 갓의 인격이 더 유용하다고 판단. 갓의 인격과 함께 경찰서를 빠져나가 다음 동료에게로 향합니다. 곧 시간이 얼마 지나지 않아 스피보이의 인도에 따라 당신은 두 번째 동료에게 도착하였다. 우선 앉아서 이야기하자는 두 번째 동료 딘도민. 둘이 서서 대화할 이유가 없었던 당신은 우선 그의 말대로 앉아서 대화를 하기로 선택합니다.
She the one who invited you here? Or maybe you didn't catch her voice on the radio. Woke up confused like some of the others. At least you're still breathing. By the way, don't get up or make any sudden motions, no matter how uncomfortable that chair gets. The cushion's just for show. Might be a bit rude, but that chair you're sitting in, it's got a shaped charge in the seat cushion. Get up without my permission. I'll blast your ass so far through your head, it'll turn the moon cherry pie red. So, let's keep this sweet and polite, and finish our conversation with no...
폭탄 의자에 안기한 딘을 보며 당신은 이 구울의 신기를 거스르지 않고 순정적으로 가는 게 더 유리할 것이라 판단합니다.
Oh, of course you do. Now it's like we're married with these big wedding rings around our necks. So, why don't you hear my proposal first, before you start talking about what you need? Just because I work in entertainment doesn't mean I'm a moron. I heard my necktie beeping. I know what that means. I'm part of this somehow. I want out of this contract. And if you put me in it, I'm not going to be too happy. So whatever's going on here, if you're part of all this, you're taking orders from me. Good, good, then we're in business. I may be a betting man, but I like it when the odds are in our favor. If you're here with who I think, then I'd rather have you on my side than his. And it's in the whole. You want to live, I want what's in the madre. Real simple. Wait just a minute. I'm not walking out there on my own. I know what's out there. It's why I've planted a minefield, shotguns and explosives all the way on the road to my little boudoir here. So we go together or we're not going at all. I'll split my hand in blackjack when the time's right. I'm not splitting up in this town, trust me. That's a good point. All right, let me grab some smokes and I'll meet you at the fountain. Don't have to take the long way.
딘 도미노.
There's a shortcut.
그는 이곳에서 빠져나가는 걸 원하는 것이 아닌 시에라 마드레 자체를 원하는 자였습니다. 어째서 그는 이 지옥과 같은 곳에서의 시에라 마드레를 원하는 걸까? 하지만 그가 원하는 것은 중요치 않았습니다. 당신은 그저 살아남기 위해 이 동료가 필요했기에. 엘라이자가 전하는 또 다른 반갑지 않은 소식. 이 빌라의 주변엔 스피커가 있으며 그 스피커는 라디오와 같아 폭탄 목걸이를 터뜨릴 수 있다는 내용이었습니다. 당신은 파손된 스피커는 파괴가 가능하나 보호가 되는 스피커는 파괴를 할 수 없다는 정보를 받게 됩니다. 매우 적대적인 유령인간, 자신의 목걸이를 위협하는 스피커, 그리고 주변에 퍼져있는 독성들은 더불어 배달부에겐 보급 또한 매우 부족했으니 이토록 최악의 시련을 배달부를 공경에 빠뜨렸죠. 마침내 당신은 마지막 동료가 있는 어느 한 진료소에 도착을 하게 됩니다. 다시금 정보를 주는 엘라이자. 이곳은 경비 홀로그램이 있으며 그것은 아주 위험하다고 경고를 합니다. 그러나 홀로그램이라면 운명 조작이 가능할 터 당신은 단말기를 찾아 순찰 패턴을 당신의 경로에 겹치지 않게 합니다. 보급품을 찾으며 과거의 단말기를 보게 되는 당신. 이 내용에는 놀랍게도 동료 딘 도미노가 언급되어 있었습니다. 내용을 보아하니 베라키에스라는 여성은 목의 염증으로 인해 싱클레어라는 남자를 걱정시키지 않고 싶어 했고, 딘 도미노는 단순히 행사에 차질이 생길까 베라키에스의 목소리에 대해 걱정돼 방문했던 것이었죠. 매드엑스로 인해 혼수 상태가 될 수 있다는 의료진의 경고에도 딘 도미노는 그저 웃어넘겼다는 내용. 딘 도미노는 아마 과거의 베라키에스라는 여성의 안전을 별 신경 안 썼던 관계일까 생각했으나 지금은 생존을 앞두고 있는 현 상황에 과거의 정보는 도움되지 않았습니다. 마침내 찾아낸 마지막 동료.
Boy, maybe I'll tear it off your arm, wear it on my neck.
그녀는 얼굴에 수술 자국이 가득했으며 어째서인지 말을 전혀 하지 못했습니다. 그녀 또한 자신의 목소리가 안 나오는 것에 대해 크게 동요하는 듯 당황한 기색을 감출 수 없었습니다. 불행 중 다행으로 청각엔 이상이 없기에 폭탄 목걸이에 대해 설명을 해줄 수 있었습니다. 이제 마지막 동료까지 모았으니 할 일은 다시 엘라이자에게 돌아가 다음 지시를 받는 것이었습니다. 마침내 모든 동료를 소집한 당신은 분수대로 다시 향하는데
Take you for suicidal.
모든 동료를 모아 분수대로 다시 돌아온 당신. 이제 그의 다음 계획을 들을 차례가 됐습니다.
And your part in all this. The owner of the Sierra Madre, for whatever reason, keyed the grand opening to the gala event itself. It needs to be fired off in order for the casino doors to open. As I've discovered, one person can't do it. So get your team into position indicated on your Pip-Boy, then trigger it properly. You're so close now, don't let me down. Otherwise, I'll have to rely on the next team. A display of lights, fireworks, music in the streets, a pre-war festival to mark the casino's opening. The bomb struck first. It is of no consequence, only firing the event is. Get the three in position, then travel to your position, reach Salida del Sol, and trigger the gala. After that, the real work begins. Perhaps you think this is a simple robbery, a cheap casino heist. No, this is a heist of the centuries. We're not plundering Sierra Madre. We're plundering history, taking from the old world itself. It won't let its secrets go easily, not without a fight. I wouldn't expect anything less. I've unlocked the west and east gates to Puesta del Sol and Salida del Sol. Now that you've survived the villa, I need to get to my position. You don't need me to hold your hand anymore. I'll keep monitoring you via the transceivers through the villa. If I need to offer guidance, I will. I'd suggest taking the FEV reject to his position first. Although you may need his brutality and strength elsewhere first. As easy as the villa was to navigate, the outlying areas of the villa are far more dangerous, thicker with the ghost people, traps, and toxins. Use your team as I use you. Listen to your caller. Watch where you step. You're no use to be dead.
카지노의 개장을 위해선 갈라쇼를 시행해야 된다는 엘라이자. 그는 이것은 단순한 싸구려 카지노 강도 작전이 아니며 역사 그 자체를 털어버리는 작전이라며 호언장담을 합니다. 우선 당신은 지시를 받은 대로 갓을 지정된 위치로 동행을 시작합니다.
So here we are, a row of switches all lined up. How familiar. These switches won't
위치에
move
도착한 갓은
themselves after
이제
all.
자신이 뭘 해주면
There
되겠냐고
must be
질문을 하며
some trick to it. Now that I'm here, what do you expect me to do? I do. The diagram there tells me what I need to know.
배달부는 그에게 스위치 조작을 부탁합니다.
You're right, but trust? Trust is such a harsh word. I prefer mutual need. It's more honest. No, I can help
가세의
you.
인격을 존중해줬던 탓일까?
These wiring
그는 매우
diagrams.
우호적인 반응을
I
해줬으나
know how to operate the switches in sequence to make fire appear in the sky. We
중간에
just
도구가
need to
깨어나지
make sure
않도록
that
먹을 것이
Dog
필요하다는
doesn't
요구를
surface
합니다.
before that happens. To do that, he'll need to be fed. That makes him stay in the cage. Dog has torn apart a number of the inhabitants of this
음식은
town.
그저 유령 인간의
Well, he
고기면
doesn't
적당할
prefer
것이라는
them
각.
to
이제
other
배달부는
flesh.
홀몸으로
It'll
유령
do
인간을
for the
사냥하기로
time
출발합니다.
being. Find some of the inhabitants. It'll require some hunting on your part. Kill them. Take some of the remains inside them. Bring it back here. They're not easy to kill. But
고기를 모두 모은 당신은 서둘러 가색에 다시 향하는데
you better have brought
얼굴이
enough
너무
meat.
가까워 레미제라블을 보는
I can
기분입니다.
feel Dog. You're good at fetching. This should keep him where he belongs. For now. I'll wait. Send the signal. We'll be ready.
이제 당신은 다음 동료를 지정된 위치로 인도하기 위해 다시 분수대로 돌아갑니다. 이는 심심했는지 크리스틴에게 말을 걸어 대화를 하려 했지만 크리스틴은 상대가 없기에 그저 눈살을 찌푸리기만 했죠.
Don't talk much, do you? Was that him floating above the fountain, the boss man? The one who put these bow ties on our necks? Sure does like to make a presentation. We should keep it down or else the ghost people are going to swarm the gates, Vira hologram or no. Yeah, don't you? Or guess Vira keys got lost along with the rest of the hollow archives when the bomb hit, huh? Ghost in name and image. Still a looker, though. Got to hand it to Sinclair. Sure can pick him. Well, or get picked. Whichever. Vera was a big star back before the bomb. Not the best actress, but, well, she had other talents. Nice voice, nice legs. For some reason, Sinclair, he built this place. She caught his eye. Once he was hooked, that was it. Had to have her. So made the introductions, and guess what? He builds this place for her like some kind of Cleopatra obsession. Wasn't always a death trap. Of course! What? Some kind of surprise to you that I knew people once? Used to have my name in lights, all right? Knew a dozen Veras, or whatever her name was. Vera Keys. Figured I could pay Sinclair back. Introduce the two. Guy was a slouch and the dame department had to pick up the slack somehow. Supposed to be the grand opening of... And he's going to use the gala... Yeah. Maybe the drain in power. No, the place... Right, look. So, not everything about the villa was the pinnacle of bright ideas. In order to pull off the gala, old Sinclair had to get creative. The Sierra Madre announcement, for example. Not just for the casino, not at all. The gala's tied to the casino, draws on its power. Might cause it to reset itself, open the doors for a bit like it was supposed to. Well, Vera's beautiful voice doesn't run on casino power exactly. Her broadcast is tied into the emergency broadcast signal for the Sierra Madre. You know, in case of attack. Well, guess what? The night of the gala event, the emergency signal went out all right. But because the broadcast had been hooked up to the gala event, instead of an emergency signal, you get Vera's voice on the radio. Great, huh? Yeah, the Sierra Madre's last song. One only a few people are ever going to hear. A little sad, but what can you do? Strike up the band. Domino.
밝혀진 하나의 진실. 사실 시에라 마드레의 홍보 방송은 모압이 전역으로 송출되는 우조 신호였습니다. 그러나 시에라 마드레의 개장 전날 밤 핵전쟁이 발발했고 핵전쟁이 일어났던 그 시각 시에라 마드레의 오프닝 기념을 하기 위한 갈라쇼가 진행 중이었습니다. 이에 시에라 마드레 측은 즉각 구조 신호를 모하비 전역에 송출, 구조를 기다리려 했으나 어찌된 영문인지 구조 신호는 베라키에스의 방송에도 연결되어 있었고 갈라쇼가 진행 중이었던 탓이었을까? 모하비 쪽으로는 구조 신호가 아닌 베라의 홍보 방송이 송출되고 있었죠. 그리고 그 비극적인 홍보 방송은 200년이 더 지난 지금까지 계속 이어져 왔었죠. 우선 당신은 과거의 정보를 뒤로하고 계속 나아가기로 합니다.
So, this is where I'm supposed to put on the show. Played better venues, let me tell you. What's that there? Wiring? Looks like it's tied to the sound system in the villa. Except for that snipped section there. So, what? I stand here, hold the two ends in my hands and tap them together like cymbals? Well, safely? Around here, that word doesn't come cheap. Look, I strike up the speaker system. There's going to be ghosts all over this place. Any change in the sounds around here, the ghost people are not big on talking. They are big on listening, hunting, killing. More vicious than music critics, trust me. In the middle of town here, alone, on a rooftop with a big light show in the air? Tell you what, why don't you just give me one of those space-age cosmic knives so I can slit my wrists, be less painful checking out that way. No, you want to know why? Because there's more beneath the streets, in the buildings, and no, everywhere else. They hear anything out of the ordinary, especially music screaming through the speakers when I close the connection, they'll be here fast. Well...
이는 안 그래도 위험한데 개장을 하면 유령 인간들이 파도처럼 밀려올 것이라고 말합니다.
Okay, all right.
이에 당시는 그의 안전을 위해 보안 홀로그램을 활성화시키기로 합니다.
If I remember correctly, there should be two. Do that.
당신은 홀로그램을 전부 가동시켰고 이제 D는 이곳에서의 안전을 보장받을 수 있었죠.
Didn't think much of our chances. Now I'm thinking I was wrong. What's the next step? You powered the holograms up? Well, yeah, that's pretty good protection. Sure worked at the fountain. Vera kept the ghost people away. But how do I know the power won't suddenly go out? And I don't know, this still sounds risky to me. For me. Wait, hold on. I didn't say I was scared. Cold feet. Don't be ridiculous. I've played to worse crowds than this. I can hold the fort here. But listen. When this thing goes off, try and get into the Sierra Madre without me. You'll wish you hadn't.
그리고 당신은 크리스틴 또한 지정된 위치로 옮겼으며 이제 당신이 있어야 할 곳으로 향하게 됩니다.
Can you hear me? Damn transceivers. Let me link the callers to the speaker in the tower, then. There. Ready. The both of us. I'll keep Dog locked in his cage. You just open the Sierra Madre.
What are you waiting for, Republican? Strike up the band already. Careful when you do. You think the villa's bad now? You haven't seen anything yet.
Finally! Now, the gates will open, and so will the skies.
Everyone, please, may I have your attention? Guests and residents of the villa alike, I ask you to step outside and look to the night sky. It's the moment you've been waiting for, the reason we're all here. The gala event, the grand opening of the Sierra Madre Casino. You are the ones who have made this momentous occasion possible, and for that, we thank you. So raise your glass in celebration. Let music fill the streets, fireworks light the sky, and promise of new beginnings fill your hearts. No matter what your fortunes, no matter what your cares, let go this night and begin again. I suggest you hurry, though. The gates of the Sierra Madre are open, but only for a brief time. After that, the doors will close.
베라의 방송을 경청하던 당신은 방송에서 카지노의 정문은 잠깐 동안 열리며 이후 아침까지 열리지 않는다는 내용을 듣게 됩니다. 모든 준비가 끝났는데 정작 자신이 못 들어가게 될 수도 있는 상황 때문에 당신은 서둘러 시에라 마드레로 향하는데 무언가의 충격으로 정신을 잃었던 당신. 정신을 차려보니 쓰러져 있던 동료들 또한 사라지고 당신의 눈앞엔 분수대에 있어야 할 베라의 홀로그램이 있었죠. 현재 카지노는 비상전력으로 운영 중이기에 당신은 배전실로 가 카지노의 전력을 복구합니다. 카지노의 전력이 복구되자 경비 홀로그램은 사라지고 카지노 응대 홀로그램이 나타났죠. 기왕 여기 있는 겸 당신은 카지노 테이블에 앉아 한몫 땡겨보자 했죠. 그리고 당신의 운은 10이었습니다. 그리고 동료를 찾아 헤매던 도중 도그와 갓의 목소리가 들렸고 그를 찾아 입구로 갔지만 그곳의 입구는 잠겨 있었기에 당신은 우회로를 찾아 돌아가기 시작합니다. 마침내 찾아낸 우회로. 그리고 당신은 그 문을 찾아 들어가게 되는데 자신의 인격에 혼란이 왔던 탓일까 그는 가스밸브를 모두 열어 불신 자살을 시행하려 했으나 그가 죽으면 자신은 또한 목걸이가 터지기에 당신은 서둘러 그에게로 향하는데 도그의 인격을 존중하지 않았던 탓일까 그는 당신을 인지하지 못하고 적대적인 성향을 보였습니다. 이때 갓의 인격이 나와 이제 그는 자신의 말을 들으려 하지 않는다며 상황의 심각성을 인지시켜줍니다. 도그는 매우 적대적으로 나오며 당신을 잡아먹으려고 합니다. 이 앞에 있는 위험한 슈퍼뮤턴트가 자신을 씹어먹어버릴 절체절명의 상황. 그러나 당신의 화술은 100이었습니다. 갓은 이제 더 이상 도그를 억제할 수 없으니 차라리 쇠사슬을 당겨 자결하게 시키라고 말합니다.
What Master wants, Dog can do. Please don't be mad with Dog. Master? Master. Dog is listening.
Both of us are. Tell him to listen to me. Then we can get out of this. Finally. And
Now Dog is listening to voice. Your voice only. Dog can see the voice. Looks just like Dog.
And Dog looks just like me. You've hurt yourself. Inside. Do you see now? See?
In the water. Dog understands now. Dog knows what happened. If Dog goes into the water, Dog can't help if Master gets mad. You were nice to Dog. Dog wants to help.
He's right. If you merge us, then we, or whatever we become, we can't help you when you reach whatever's at the Sierra Madre's end.
And Dog doesn't want to unremember you, may forget you.
We will forget almost all that has happened here. You'll be alone, at the old man's mercy, like Dog, like me.
Dog understands. Need help. Need Dog in case.
Of course. We might not get through this otherwise. Need to survive no matter what the cost.
이제 당신은 두 인격을 두고 선택을 하게 됩니다.
Now,
도구의 인격을 살릴 것인가, 혹은 밭의 인격을 살릴 것인가,
Voice only.
혹은 그를 죽일 수도 있었죠.
Yes, Dog can do that. Dog hopes to see you soon.
Now get out!
하지만 함께했던 동료를 죽일 수 없었기에
If other voice
당신은
comes
그를
out,
살리기로 합니다.
Dog won't wake up. Dog doesn't want to sleep. Please don't make him.
go to sleep. Good. Yes. Make him sleep. Please.
Don't make me go to sleep. Dog is tired. Dog is tired. Can't keep eyes open. Sleep. Dog needs to sleep.
You did it. I don't feel him struggling anymore. I'm in pain and... I hate to say it. I'm starving, but... I'm not fighting him. All I wanted was him to listen to me. Take care of him. Keep him from hurting himself. Now I can. One day, when he's ready, I'll let him out. When we... understand each other.
이제 갓은 모든 게 자신의 제어하에 있다며 말하고 우릴 여기 데려온 엘라이자를 죽이자고 합니다. 우선 이곳은 가스밸브로 인해 문이 잠겨있기에 가스밸브를 다시 잠그고 이제 다음 동료에게로 향합니다. 카지노의 정문이 열렸던 탓일까, 로비에는 유령 인간들이 보이기 시작했습니다. 그들은 위협적이었으나 배달부는 보급품이 부족했기에 우선 자리를 피해 도망치기로 합니다. 엘라이자는 자꾸만 동료를 처리해버리라는 암시를 하는데 어째서 그는 모든 동료들을 처리하라는 식으로 말하는 걸까? 그의 처리하라는 말은 도통 이해를 할 수 없었기에 당신은 그의 말을 듣지 않기 시작합니다. 마침내 다시 만난 두 번째 동료 딘.
They're in a bit of a predicament here. Had to duck backstage, take a powder. The audience is a little murderous tonight. No idea. Woke up here, thought I was dreaming for a second. Right back on the stage, the mic. Thought I was back at the Franz. Well, except no audience used to pack theaters back then. So, stepped up on the stage, checked things out. Then suddenly, holograms walked out of the wings. They started raising their hands to their heads, all creepy-like. Not a good sign. Look, those ghosts are going to come out of the wings behind you in a second. The security types, not the friendly, bald types. And if you got in here, the door's probably locked tight behind you, so don't back up or run for the exit. You're not going to make it. Trust me. As soon as you can, run to the door to the left. Use the key you got out of the music rag there and camp out. As bad as things are, it's going to get a lot worse if either of us pops. So get backstage until we get a better plan. Right. Let's see. When you get the door open, there'll be an exit door dead ahead. Don't take it. It's most likely filled with toxins from the vents, so hug the wall. Make as much space between you and the door, or it's Cloud 9 in a casket. Past that is my dressing room. Under the table there's a footlocker. It's tucked back a bit, so you might miss it. Inside, a gun, some ammo. Not much help against the ghosts. Still, if you're about to give up, call it quits. Throw it to me, so I can eat a bullet first. Yeah, so what? We got bigger problems with the holograms. No, wait. You're right. The theater piped music and sound backstage, which means those little squealers are in the corridors back there, too. Look, I'm in danger here, all right? Not exactly thinking with a level head, so cut me some slack. Please. Let's see. Once you break right, watch each turn in the corridor. One will be on your right, past my dressing room, and up. Oh, my dressing room. May have left the radio on, right by the table. If you could just shut it off instead of blowing it never mind. And there was a speaker in the prop room, too, on the wall between the entrances. And, well, walk slow. There's bound to be more. The speakers are all controlled by a central console. It's the farthest from the only door out of here, so you'd need to do a full circuit of the corridor to get to it. Once there, you'll need to shut it down, and I don't have the code. If you have the code, you can turn off all the speakers, make them settle down. Getting backstage should buy us time. Just take it slow. Yeah, right. So, let's see. Security's here because the show hasn't started. Guests aren't allowed in, so guess we need to start the show. Okay, so when they were setting this place up, we had rehearsals. And Sinclair even set up hologram recordings of the shows so we could watch and critique our performances before a fake audience. Whatever. Thing is, when the recording queued up, a nice, calm, appreciative audience appeared in the theater. No security with their head blasting zap rays. So, find the music, get it to the projector room upstairs, then play it. Might reset security with a shot. The holotape should be where I left it. No, wait. It's in Vera's dressing room, probably. Maybe a key to her room on my desk. Anyway, snag the key out of my room and look around Vera's room. The holotape has to be there. As for getting it to the projection booth, well, sometimes Vera used to watch from the projection booth, so she must have had a master key. Look around her room. Might be there. Do I have to spell it out? Come on. Time's wasting, and those holograms are going to be on us any second.
그의 모든 정보를 듣고 이제 적대적인 홀로그램을 피해 이동을 시작합니다. 이제 베라의 마스터키를 얻었기에 상영실로 올라갈 수 있게 되었습니다. 과거의 딘의 노래를 틀자 그의 홀로그램 또한 나타났으며 경비 홀로그램은 사라졌기에 이제 이곳은 안전했죠. 이에 지체하지 않고 당신은 딘에게 돌아가는데 다시금 딘을 처리하라는 엘라이자. 그러나 당신은 그의 말을 무시하기로 합니다.
At least the ones in the villa had manners. Don't even know how I ended up here. Guess the casino still recognizes guests, even after all this time, huh? How's that for history? Look,
어느덧
I'm
서로
more about the
돈독한
short
관계가 된
goodbyes
듯한
than
딘과
long,
당신.
thankful speeches. But I appreciate you bailing me out of a tight spot there, partner. I know you didn't.
이에 그는 감사를 표하며 이곳을 빠져나갈 수 있는 방법을 알려주겠다고 합니다.
Something a little more practical, a way we both come out ahead. I'm not an idiot. I know the reason I'm in here now is because of the old guy. And you. And you're wearing a collar, so I trust you a little more than the old guy. He's more controlling than I'd like.
딘은 이곳에 볼트가 있으며 들어가는 방법을 알고 있기에 그 방법을 알려주겠다 합니다.
See, I know how to get into the casino vault. There's a private elevator, Sinclair's elevator. It's up in the executive suites in Vera's room. Not a coincidence. Vera. She was my other partner before the bomb. Took some legwork. Some convincing made it happen. Sinclair was already puppy-eyed, so all I had to do was the introductions. She smiled, fluttered her eyes, showed a little leg, and he built this whole place for her. Made her the key to his vault, like a joke, 'cause of her name. Her fake Hollywood name. Except Sinclair didn't know I'd been there first. I could twist her whatever direction I wanted. All she had to do was get inside the Sierra Madre for the gala, then use her voice to open the door. After that, smooth sailing. Would have been the biggest heist in history. Sinclair left holding the bag, ruined. The bomb. Vera got sealed in here. A few hundred years go by, give or take. Almost the end of the story. Then you came along. Now we finish the job. Rob the Sierra Madre, rip out its heart. Last chapter of Frederick Sinclair. Close the book. Problem? All high and mighty. Lording it over everyone. Acting so self-righteous, like nothing could touch him. He was the one with the problem. Never got mad at anything, nothing seemed to shake him. even after his life kept getting dragged through the dirt. Always kept looking for the bright, shining future in everything. So, I decided to take everything from him. Do to me. What, weren't you listening? He thought he was better than me. Don't believe me? Look around. This big casino. This big, colossal monument. Think it was for some woman? No. All ego. All self-righteous and lights. Fit him perfect. Had to take him down a few pegs. Bring him down to my level. Begin again? Some things you don't get up from. I was going to prove it.
역시 딘은 베라키에스와 상당히 가까웠던 사이였습니다. 그는 싱클레어는 오만한 그 자체였기에 그를 추락시키고 싶어 했으며 싱클레어가 여자에게 약한 남자라는 것을 알게 된 딘은 베라를 의도적으로 그에게 접근시켰고 싱클레어는 그녀에게 푹 빠져 그녀를 위해 시에라 마드레를 설립했습니다. 그리고 자신의 계획대로 베라를 이용해 시에라 마드레를 털어버리려고 하지만 자신의 계획이 시행된 순간 핵전쟁이 발발했으며 베라는 시에라 마드레의 어느 공간에 갇혀버렸으며 계획이 무거품 되어버렸다고 합니다. 그러나 싱클레어는 딘의 독서를 받을 정도로 저급한 인품을 가진 자가 아니었습니다. 싱클레어는 파산을 경험한 적이 있었으며 그 이후 노력 끝에 회복을 하고 부자가 된 자수성가였으며 어느 의사가 신형 방호복을 건설 인부들에게 지급해야 한다고 하자 비용은 묻지 않고 즉시 지급했고 현장에 직접 찾아가 그들의 안전을 확인했던 자애로운 자였습니다. 허나 딘은 성공한 그의 모습에 강렬한 열등감과 질투심을 느껴 그를 나락으로 떨어뜨릴 방법을 계획했던 것이었습니다.
I didn't know at first. Then the old man showed up. You showed up. Then that woman showed up, covered in scars. The one who makes all the hand signs, a little tight around the corners of her mouth. I put her in the clinic, tuned her like an instrument. If she heals up, it's not going to be her voice speaking anymore. That is, if the Sierra Madre didn't get her. If it did, well, there's enough of Vera around for me to spend a few years piecing a book together.
밝혀진 또 하나의 진실. 사실 크리스틴을 오토닥에 넣어 성대를 제거했던 건 딘이었습니다. 베라의 목소리로만 볼트로 가는 길을 열 수 있기에 크리스틴에게 수술을 시도, 성대를 뜯어냈지만 베라의 성대는 이식에 실패하고 말죠. 즉 크리스틴과의 대화는 모르는 척 연기였습니다. 이제 크리스틴에게로 향하는 당신, 마찬가지로 엘라이자의 살인 지시는 무시하기로 합니다. 해당 위치엔 홀로그램 방출기가 많다며 경고하는 엘라이자. 그때 자신을 크리스틴이라며 말하는 목소리가 들립니다. 어디에선가 많이 들어본 목소리, 그리고 크리스틴이라는 주장. 이에 당신은 서둘러 확인하기 위해 이동을 시작합니다.
Field of view targeting systems, primitive, familiar.
이때 베라의 홀로그램에서 무언가 중얼중얼거리는 소리를 듣습니다. 이의 내용을 확인하고자 귀를 기울이는데
I can hear the other guests screaming to be let out, to let go. Sinclair, is that you? Sinclair? Sinclair, I'm trapped. Please. Oh God, the security systems won't let me out. They're keeping me here. I'm going to die here, amongst the ghosts. I'm still being recorded by the holographic system. I came so far to be here. Now.
내용은 핵전쟁으로 인해 보안 프로토콜이 활성화가 돼 자신과 사람들이 방에 갇혔고 문이 열리지 않는다는 도움 요청의 말이었습니다.
I'm so sorry, Sinclair. Sorry, I should have trusted you. Let go. Let go of what? Sinclair?
그리고 그녀는 자신이 배신한 것에 대해 매우 후회스러운 반응을 보이고 있었죠. 그리고 당신은 마침내 크리스틴을 찾아내는데
You made it. Good. hours to talk. I'll keep this quick in case my voice goes out. Do I? Sounds off to my ears. Hard to tell. Not to mention it hurts like hell to swallow. Might be why I got moved off to this suite. It's hers. That's her over there. Got trapped by security like I did. Just took a different way out. I've been hunting the one who hijacked your Pip-Boy, Elijah, for some time. He cannot leave the Sierra Madre alive. What he's done here is nothing compared to what he's done in the past. The only way to bring him out is if you get to the vault. He won't allow you to go down there alone. That's when we kill him. Too long. Thought I might have had a chance to settle it before this event happened, but then the chance slipped away again. Those are my orders. I've seen what he's done, and I believe in those orders. He cut me off from someone I cared about a long time ago. He used his status to break us apart, so I had to find a new purpose. Same banner. Then he became unstable, left a trail of crimes across the wasteland. Once word reached us, I was ordered to kill him. He saw me before the scars at a place far from here. It's where he found some of the technology he uses now. It's a place called the Big Empty. The name's deceptive, if you know where to look. Almost got trapped there. There was someone else, though, who came along, knew about Elijah. No idea. A courier. Wore an old world flag on his back. He was the one who pulled me out there. Told me where Elijah had gone. Helped me heal up. Listened to my story. He sympathized. He said he understood what it meant to track someone who had such a impact on his past life. He said people were like couriers, sometimes never understanding the messages they brought. That's who he was hunting for. Some courier. Wasn't sure until now I could trust you. Now I know. Look, when I woke up here, however that happened, I had this key on me. I think it belongs to her. Haven't had a chance to use it yet. Might open the dresser or the safe. Didn't have time to experiment with it before you arrived. Here you go. The gala went off. The switching station opened up. Thought the screeching in the auto dock was bad. Station worse. Got outside, saw the light show, and it was enough to make me run to the casino. Also, it seemed like the lights and speakers were helping to guide me. Guess your master wanted a backup in case you died. As for being assigned to this floor, maybe it's because of my new voice. Your guess is as good as mine. Maybe it recognized me as a guest. Try and reason with him, see what happens. He's so lost in his technology, I don't think he even understands why anymore. Wasn't sure until now. Yeah, still functional. A lot of garbage data on it. Its basic procedures should still work fine. I can see. Check the route. Recent diagnostics. A lot of Med-X was dispensed for Vera Keys. Guess that's her corpse there for certain. And why all those meds are scattered around in here. Here's the medical report. Looks like she had some sort of terminal condition. Diagnosis isn't conclusive. Must have been painful. I'm not even sure she knew if these medical reports are enough. She must have been numb most of the time. Good luck. He's not an easy opponent. If I can, I'll help. Might be able to figure something out using the Sierra Madre's computer systems.
과거 보안 시스템이 작동됐을 당시 보안 홀로그램은 손님들을 학살하던 와중 베라는 자신의 방에 갇혀 빠져나올 수 없었습니다. 나갈 방법이 없이 방에 갇혀있던 베라는 결국 방에 있던 오토닥으로 자신에게 매드엑스를 과다투여 극단적인 선택을 합니다. 카지노 볼트로 내려가는 엘리베이터는 잠겨 있었습니다. 딘이 말했던 대로 베라의 목소리로 비밀번호를 말해야 했죠. 우선 위협적인 보안 프로그램을 자신에게 공격하지 않도록 수정합니다. 이제 보안 홀로그램들은 자신에게 위협적이지 않는 것을 인지한 당신은 서둘러 이동을 시작합니다.
You have the last fragment. That's all I need. Now, go to the main lobby tunnel. Thread the music sequence together.
그토록 강력했던 유령인간들이었지만 기술의 집합체였던 보안 홀로그램의 태양권 앞에 녹아버렸죠. 이제 유령인간의 위협도 사라지고 암호도 얻었기에 당신은 서둘러 크리스틴에게 이 소식을 전합니다.
You're back. You did. Looks like even the old world can't keep you out when you've got a mind to get in. So, I just rasp out some words and the vault opens? That woman, the starlet, she didn't build this place. Why would the builder do that? I know. The sealed doors, the security, it's almost a fortress. Think that's why we're being ordered to come here and crack it open? Love makes people do strange things. Won't argue that. It can drive you crazy sometimes if you can't connect. If they loved each other, and they were together, I suppose that's all that mattered. But she's in that side room, dead, because the casino wouldn't let her leave. Who knows where he is? Alright, if you go down there, are you prepared? What if you don't come back? I just wanted to make sure you're ready. When you go down there, that may be it for us. We won't be needed anymore. The one who made these collars, he'll follow you down there, and he won't let you leave. He's not one for sharing. Never was. I can't let him leave here. Look, you've done so much, and he's not gonna show himself until you go down there. I can't let go. Every time I've thought about it, I've lost him so many times. He needs to die. What happened here with us? He's done so much worse. You have to promise me. Promise me you'll deal with him. If I see him, Alright, but I'll need to leave this floor. He'll pick up my collar and... Never mind. Let me get the vault open. Begin again. But know when to let go. Sounds like you. Begin again. But no one.
이제 당신은 모든 것을 끝날 차례가 왔음을 직감하고 묵묵히 카지노 볼트로 향합니다.
I wish you luck in the vault.
눈앞에 보이는 시에라 마드레의 카지노 볼트. 허나 직행할 수 있는 길은 막혀 있었기에 당신은 돌아가기 시작합니다. 하지만 이곳 또한 곡성구름과 라디오 주파수의 위협이 도사리고 있었죠. 마침내 도착한 카지노 볼트. 당신은 천천히 볼트의 입구로 향하는데 어찌된 영문인지 볼트는 출입과 동시에 입구가 봉쇄되었습니다. 이곳엔 카지노 볼트에 걸맞게 금괴 및 화폐가 가득했으며 기묘하게도 의약품 또한 넘쳤습니다. 그러나 나갈 수 없으면 아무 의미가 없었기에 당신은 앞에 있는 계기판으로 눈길을 돌리는데 사실 싱클레어는 베라의 배신을 알게 되어 딘과 베라에게 복수하려고 했었습니다. 그 증거로 베라를 향한 증오가 담긴 홀로테이프가 있는데 그 내용은 이렇습니다. 그러나 베라는 자신의 배신을 그에게 사죄했기에 싱클레어는 결국 사랑하는 여자를 용서, 복수의 대상은 딘으로만 지정합니다. 본래 이 볼트는 핵전쟁이 일어난다면 시에라 마드레는 전쟁의 여파로 무너질 것을 알기에 방사능의 위협에 안전하고 오랫동안 구조 신호를 보내 구조를 기다릴 수 있는 은신처였고 이 볼트는 오직 사랑하는 여자 베라의 안전만을 위한 볼트였죠. 그러나 딘의 계획을 알게 되자 싱클레어는 은신처인 볼트를 죽음의 함정으로 바꿔버렸습니다. 그리고 싱클레어는 딘은 반드시 이 볼트로 먼저 올 것임을 알고 있었죠. 싱클레어는 자신의 개인 계좌에 접속하지 말라며 당부하고 그곳에 접속하면 볼트는 문이 영구적으로 잠기며 엘리베이터가 자동으로 돌아가고 움직이지 않는다며 경고합니다. 즉, 이 함정방은 딘이 탐욕적인 걸 알기에 스스로 탐욕에 빠져 이 볼트에 영원히 가둬 죽이려는 목적이었습니다. 그리고 베라를 위해선 충분한 의약품을 배치해놨고 홀로그램이 주변의 위협적인 것에 대해 방어 중이며 비상신호를 계속 송출하고 있었죠. 만약 그의 경고를 무시하고 개인 계좌를 열람한다면
The courier, lured by the promise of the Sierra Madre, could not escape. Once inside the vault, the casino did not let go. When the courier finally passed away, the casino created a new hologram to walk with the other ghosts that filled its casino. It was a pre-programmed homage intended for another. It assumed a new meaning in the likeness of the courier, a means of allowing even the dead to begin again.
볼트 안의 신호를 감지한 엘라이자는 인터컴으로 당신을 마주합니다. 이 순간을 위해 오랫동안 버텼던 엘라이자이기에 그는 더욱더 조심스러워했습니다.
Do I? For what? Your greed? Curiosity? You came here on your own. No one held a gun to your head. I've seen your Pip-Boy archives, your map markers and notes. You picked up the Sierra Madre signal just as I did. You couldn't resist. So if you feel I have a lot to answer for, no, the blame isn't on my shoulders. Might as well have put the collar on yourself. Hiding? Hardly. Trapped. You think you were the first one to unlock the casino door? No, I did it. With other hands, other bodies. After that, the casino wouldn't let go. Once I was locked in, no way out. Until your Pip-Boy signal came to life in the villa. Then things changed. And here you are. You speak as if your fingers have never touched the keys of a Robco terminal. No machine is foolproof. They are designed to obey us. The Pip-Boy's operating system has vulnerabilities, advantages to those who've studied its construction, even superficially. It's just a machine, though. Its real vulnerability is who wears it. And that's how you were caught. That
thing on your wrist. It's a convenience. It tells you where to go, what to do. Dulls your brain. It may have helped you find the Sierra Madre broadcast, but it's just as much a crutch today as it was in the old world. Curious? You must be. We have time now that you've done your work. And our interactions have been too one-sided, even for my tastes. What do I want? Weapons, security, a citadel of my own. The Madre's all these things. It's a fortress, a weapon, a chance to begin again. Once I unlock its archives, I can carve the Mojave into any shape I choose. The cloud is unique in my travels. Its proximity to the Sierra Madre isn't a coincidence. Right now it protects this casino, preserves it. It can be used to preserve other old world relics and cleanse them at the same time. And as much as I've researched hologram technology, the big empty facility was clear. Only the Sierra Madre got holograms working properly. The holograms here kill trespassers. That's what I want. Dump one of those emitters in the middle of any battle, there's no defense. It's like holding light in your hands. Can't fight it. Only watch it burn. Just one is a portable army. Arm it, anyone stands against you dies. No, there's one last thing I want from the Sierra Madre. It's bounty. The machines that fill its streets, its corridors. They provide almost anything. Perhaps in the pre-war era they were commonplace, things to dismiss. Now they are far more valuable. You know it. They helped keep you alive. Sources of food, supplies, medical assistance, ammo, make more callers, even print currency. Make a nation. The cloud allows me to wipe the slate clean. Callers ensure cooperation. Holograms, defense. The vending machines provide everything else. The Sierra Madre can kill nations and build them, using its technology with the right applications. You think I'm a murderer? If I was, I'd have set off your caller long ago. The caller ensures compliance, encourages cooperation. Think about it. Would you truly have gotten into the casino without those callers? No. Human nature is against us, always. Did you know that I had to keep adjusting the callers? Keep changing the rules to make this moment possible? Every time, even with callers clutched at their necks, they would betray each other, kill each other to get inside the Sierra Madre. It was insanity. They could have had it all. It was so close. And they kept turning on each other, again and again. Cracking the Sierra Madre was difficult, but cracking greed, that was more difficult. So the dead man switches within. When your life is tied to another's, sacrifice and cooperation, they can be conditioned, learned, and you can focus on the matter at hand. Greed can be beaten, contained, controlled. You know it better than anyone, or I hope you do. It doesn't matter. Everyone asks that. Should be asking how they plan on leaving. It only takes putting a collar on one to begin the chain. One with a collar may chain another, and that one another, and traps all over the wastes. The chain ends with the super mutant. Although with him, the collar wasn't even necessary. He only needed guidance. The mutant. He swallowed one of the collars. After that, he was mine. The collar wasn't even necessary. All his kind, they exist to be given orders. They're soldiers, simple, stupid. I asked him to fetch, and he did, even without the threat of death. Even when I stopped speaking to him, he continued to leave the villa, gather victims from the man-traps out of habit. He must have found you in one of them. If so, he's probably forgotten. He only remembers my voice. He put the collar on you, dragged you here, because he doesn't know any better. It's in his nature, greedy and childlike. Dog? Huh. Appropriate. It's what I called him. You've met him. You know why he forgot. His brain was ruined by FEV. His memory, wreckage. He may know the way back somewhere, deep down. I doubt it. He tracks by smell and instinct. Still, he could be trained. Of course, I walked all this way. If you're worried, I'll give you a map back or show you the way out when this is all over.
Ask. You still have time.
It started with a setback. Fires, blood. Beneath the sun. A sun so close you could touch it. Moments like that, however, failures, can provide the brightest clarity. After that, I wandered alone. Saw the storms of the divide, walked among the ciphers of the West, traveled to the big empty. I heard the signal. The woman's voice, the Sierra Madre, promising a chance to begin again, reverse my fortunes. All nonsense. I tracked the signal, came here, scouted the city, using other hands, kept dying on me, killing each other. You got the farthest of all. The callers, they're pre-war tech. I suspect this great land had compliance issues before the war. It's one of a series of models. The one in your neck? Special. Easier to make adjustments. Unreliable in other ways, notably radio interference. A place far from here called the Big Empty. Almost didn't make it out. There were two others there. A woman and a man, a courier. The woman was familiar. The other, I don't know what happened to him. Big Empty's a treasure box. A scientific graveyard of old world misery. Like the Sierra Madre, there's treasures there, sleeping. Some awake. The holorifle, the Saturnite alloy, the hologram technology, hibernation chambers, securitrons, the collars. Even the suits attached to those things, stalking the villa. That's only the surface of what's there. Right now, the Sierra Madre is what I want. No. I'm not going to take the chance while I'm so close. Not this close. No. Not again. I can wait. Afford to be careful. You're locked down there. This is the only entrance. And I have free reign of the Sierra Madre. I have time. More than you. Besides, there might be more traps. I'll send more scouts in. Yes, others. You're resourceful. Don't want to leave anything more to chance. You've gotten far. Any farther, try to breach the vault, you become a corpse. What's inside is mine. Anyone else touches it, tries to take it from me, they'll answer for it. Hiding in the Sierra Madre. An interesting thought. I'd come to see it more as a prison. Hide, flee. It doesn't matter. The Sierra Madre is patient. I can be as well. You won't get any farther inside. And you won't escape my sight. I've had enough. Enough of others stealing from me.
I'm coming down. Forget the Sierra Madre security. I'll find you myself. Try to break into the vault, I'll set off the caller.
이제 당신은 엘라이자와 대면하게 되는데 그러나 이 사악한 늙은이는 당신을 살려보낼 생각이 없었습니다. 그는 포탑과 주변의 모든 라디오를 켜 당신을 죽이려 했으나 그때 마침 진이 라디오를 사보타주 스피커를 끄고 음악을 틀어버렸고 크리스틴은 해킹으로 포탑을 멈추는 중이었죠. 그리고 당신은 포탑의 제어권을 가져와 버렸습니다. 이에 당신은 유리하게 박힌 판에 엘라이자와 대결하게 됩니다. 엘라이자는 죽었으나 폭탄 먹거리가 다시 터지기 전에 이곳을 빠져나가야 했는데 그렇게 볼트의 출구로 나오게 되자 폭탄 목걸이는 제거가 되었고 당신 눈앞에는 여전히 건재한 시에라 마드레의 모습이 보였습니다. 그러나 저 악독한 노인을 고통 속에 빠지게 할 수도 있었는데 그것은 바로 엘라이자가 스스로 싱클레어의 개인 계좌를 열람하게 하는 것. 그리고 그를 뒤로 하고 서둘러 빠져나온다면
This entire structure is mine to command. Security. You think you've outsmarted me? You're the one you always were.
You open up. Open the vault. I can make it worth your while. Think about what you're throwing away. I have other weapons, other technology I can share with you. In the big empty, I know the way there. I know some of its secrets. If the callers were a mistake. I see that now. Why would I kill you? After all you've done, after all we've done together. Are you listening to me? Everything down here, I swear, so much you could see. You could rule the wastes with what's down here. Make your own army, reshape the world. And if others disagree, put collars on them. I can show you how. Don't you leave me here. You can't do this to me. Hitting target here. Machine's losing power. No, I still have Pip-Boy light. Maybe. No, look, it doesn't work. Where's the door? Can't find the door. Come. But in worse situations, find a way out. Somehow. Then find that courier. Maybe Veronica. No, she thinks I'm dead. Must be someone. Maybe that other courier. courier. Won't have a flag on his back. Maybe... No. Said he'd never come to the Sierra Madre. No way out. Can't end like this. You... I know you can hear me. When you die, courier, I'll be waiting. Your grave's going to look just like this vault. When you die, I'll be waiting here. The Sierra Madre.
그리고 당신은 이 저주받은 땅을 뒤로 하고 빠져나갑니다.
The survivors of the Sierra Madre thought about gathering at the fountain and waiting for the courier. In the end, the caller's silence made them uneasy, and the fear of turning on each other made them hesitate and leave the goodbyes unspoken. The radio message at the fountain was enough for them, and there was no need to add another farewell on top of all they had suffered.
Freed of both Dog and the one who held Dog's leash, the other voice resumed control. First the mind, then finally the mutant shell. His first act was to tend to the scars on the body with careful hands, slowly healing all the scars, except the ragged name torn on his chest. He briefly thought of remaining at the Sierra Madre, but it was a monument built by humans, representing something he no longer needed. He began walking west, in search of others like him. As he did, he spoke of the courier who had set him free and allowed his life to begin again.
Dean Domino, entertainer, singer, thief, explored the Sierra Madre not long after he was rescued by the courier. Once he left the theater, the Sierra Madre recognized him as a guest, and many doors opened to him. He had to admit it had been built to last. During his search, he came across the final records of Vera and Sinclair, and realized what happened the night the bombs fell. He felt strangely sad for a moment, and he had no idea why. Shrugging it off, his mind turned instead to where the courier had come from. Vegas still survived, out there in the Mojave. Its sights, sounds, and casinos, ripe for the taking. So, giving the Sierra Madre one last nod and a wink, he set off beyond the cloud to begin again.
Christine, her mission complete, found new purpose as the Sierra Madre's warden. She watched over it silently, by choice. Over time, the ghost people came to see her as one of the holograms. They would watch, silently, as she walked among them. At times, Christine thought of the courier, who had kept Elijah's hand from her throat. The courier reminded her of the other courier she had met in the Big Empty, and wondered if the two had found each other at last. She did not think of them again until she heard the legends of the Divide. The Divide, where the two messengers, the two couriers, fought beneath an ancient flag, at the edge of the world.
You heard of the Sierra Madre Casino?
We all have. The legend, the curses.
Some foolishness about it lying in the middle of a city of dead.
A city of ghosts. Beneath a blood-red cloud.
A bright, shining monument, reaching out, luring treasure hunters to their doom. An illusion.
A promise that you can change your fortunes. Begin again.
Finding it, though. That's not the hard part. It's letting go.
It's letting go.
It's letting go.
It's letting go. It's letting go.
Wait a moment. Before you go, we hope you've enjoyed your stay. Farewells can be a time of sadness. Letting go, difficult. As a guest of the Sierra Madre, You know that truth more than anyone. Frederick Sinclair believed one's life could be made anew every day. That fortunes were more than the wealth in your hands. Love. Life. Family. Those to care for, and those who will care for you. To those who know these joys, the Sierra Madre holds little they don't already have. Out in the world, beyond these walls, that is your chance to begin again. I hope you'll return in happier times. Until then, the Sierra Madre and I will hold you in our
베라의
hearts.
마지막 인사를 끝으로
Wait a moment.
당신은 이제
Before you
돌아갑니다.
go, we hope you.
아직 끝내지 못한 여정을 다시 시작하기 위해